Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell the truth about silver. In today's video, we'll be diving into a question many investors are asking right now. Why did gold and silver prices fall the day Donald Trump won the 2024 US presidential election? You might expect that with the uncertainty surrounding the election, demand for safe haven assets like gold and silver would soar. Well, they did prior to the election, but then fell back when the results were announced. Let's take a closer look at why that happened and what it could mean for the future of precious metals. Initial market reactions and sentiment. To start, let's look at the immediate market reaction to Trump's election win. After the results came in, markets responded quickly. And, surprisingly, gold and silver saw a noticeable dip in price. But why? Well, historically, gold and silver prices rise during times of uncertainty. Investors often flock to these assets when they're worried about economic or geopolitical risks, as they're considered safe havens. With Trump's return to office, many anticipated a similar reaction, but instead prices dropped. A few reasons may explain this. First, market expectations were somewhat split going into the election. Trump's policies are largely seen as pro-business, and when he won, some investors took it as a positive sign for economic growth. There was a sentiment that Trump's re-election could bring stability for certain industries, which may have led investors to move funds out of precious metals and back into growth-oriented assets. The Dow Jones, for example, rose 1,508 points or 3.6%, and the S&P 500 and Nasdaq rose by 2.5% and 3% respectively in one day. Investor confidence in Trump's economic policies. As we know, Trump tends to favor policies that boost business, tax cuts, deregulation, and a focus on domestic manufacturing, among others. In his first term, these policies contribute to economic growth and stock market gains. For many investors, Trump's return has signaled a potential continuation of this business-friendly approach, which could make US stocks and other growth assets more attractive. When investors feel confident in the economy's direction, they're less likely to buy into safe haven assets like gold and silver. Instead, they often shift capital to assets that can benefit from growth, like stocks. This confidence may have contributed to the decline in precious metal prices. Despite the usual caution seen around elections, many investors felt optimistic about what Trump's policies could mean for the economy, prompting a temporary move away from gold and silver. The crypto market too has caught fire, with Bitcoin standing at $76,000, up 10% in the last 24 hours. Stronger dollar and lower demand for safe havens. Another crucial factor is the strength of the US dollar. Trump's election victory has caused the dollar to strengthen initially, as his economic policies are generally seen as supportive of US growth. When the dollar strengthens, gold and silver, which are priced in dollars, often become less appealing for international buyers. The dollar index rose 1.7 points and currently stand at 105.1. Why? Well, a stronger dollar means it costs more in foreign currencies to buy the same amount of gold or silver. So as the dollar surged post-election, it made precious metals relatively more expensive for international buyers, leading to a decrease in demand. This can put downward pressure on prices. In short, a strong dollar can dampen interest in gold and silver, especially among international investors. Has likely contributed to this dynamic, reducing the demand in favor of dollar-denominated assets like treasury bonds or stocks. Profit-taking by investors. There's also the possibility we've seen some profit-taking by investors. Gold and silver have both experienced strong price gains over the past year, partly due to inflation and market volatility and lower rates. When Trump wins become clear, some investors may now have decided to lock in their profits. With major economic events like presidential elections, markets can experience sudden movements, leading some traders to cash out to avoid potential losses. For these traders, the momentary uncertainty has provided an opportunity to take profits from recent highs in gold and silver prices. Essentially, profit-taking is a natural part of any investment cycle, especially in volatile times. With the election result providing an easy exit point, some investors have likely decided to sell their gold and silver holdings, causing the price to dip. What this could mean for gold and silver's future. Although prices fell on the news of Trump's win, for example, gold is down $85 and silver $1.50, this doesn't necessarily spell doom for precious metals. In fact, there are a few reasons to think gold and silver may still see gains in the coming months. Firstly, inflation remains a major concern. Trump's policies could lead to increased government spending, potentially pushing inflation higher over time. Higher inflation supports gold and silver prices as investors seek a way to protect their purchasing power. If Trump enacts his proposed tariffs, which he has repeatedly threatened during the election campaign, this will also cause short-term inflation to rise. Secondly, any changes in the Federal Reserve policy could impact precious metals. If the Fed cuts rates or loosens policy further, it could weaken the dollar, making gold and silver more attractive to investors. We'll be watching the Fed closely as they respond to the economic landscape under Trump's leadership. With a rate cut imminent in the US, we shall also look closely at Fed Chair Jerome Powell's statement to see what the Fed thinks. Potential easing of geopolitical tensions. For many months we've pointed out that there is around $100 to $200 an ounce war premium in the gold price. With Trump claiming that he can quickly solve the Ukraine-Russia and Israel-Hamas conflicts very quickly. Indeed, traders may currently believe this is the case, which is why we've seen such a drop in price within a short period of time. Of course, we shall have to wait and see how long this fall lasts. In summary, the drop in gold and silver prices following Trump's election win reflects a mix of factors: initial market optimism, stronger dollar, profit-taking, short-term shifts in demand. While the initial reaction may have been slightly unexpected, it shows just how complex market responses can be. As always, it's essential to stay informed and think long-term when it comes to precious metals. This temporary price dip doesn't change the fact that gold and silver remain vital assets in uncertain times. We'll continue to monitor these developments and bring you the latest insights. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content on precious metals and investing. We would also appreciate it if you would pop on over to our sister channel, Finances Do Matter, and subscribe there. We've placed links in the description box and comments section below. In addition, in the past 2 weeks we've produced numerous videos on gold and silver and highlighting which are perhaps the better investments for your portfolio. Again, we have placed links below. We look forward to seeing you soon.